Hi everyone and welcome back. There is a popular saying, a sound mind in a sound body. So today's topic is the truth about vitamin D and vitamin B12 in vegetarian diets. How to fix it? We should be aware of our diet consisting of all the nutrients, particularly vitamin D and vitamin B12. Both of these vitamins are very much significant and important to all of us. To have a seamless learning by children, they should have balanced diet which keeps them physically and mentally fit. The balanced diet consists of all the nutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals in appropriate amounts. That means in correct quantities for the normal functioning of our body. But contrary to this, the major part of our meal only rich in carbohydrates and fats. There is a meager amounts of rest of the nutrients such as proteins, which is required for our bodybuilding, vitamins and minerals to protect us from diseases. Sometimes we skip to hydrate our body. All the parents and students must note that our body requires around 3 liters of water per day. We come across the present young generations who are becoming obese due to consumption of large quantities of fats instead of bodybuilding proteins. Also, they include large quantities of junk foods in their diet that leads to the obesity and adding their body weight. Why I wanted to discuss this topic with you is it is most concerning for the students and also the parents who should be aware that micronutrients such as vitamins and minerals are required in smaller quantities, but they are vital for our life. Vitamin B complex and vitamin C are water soluble, and vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K are fat soluble. Today we shall examine the most important concept. Many people say that vegetarian food is healthy, but there is one question that always come up, that is whether vegetarian food is deficient in vitamin D and vitamin B12. Today, let us clear this confusion with fact. All of you must ask yourself, am I getting enough vitamin B12 and vitamin D? To clear the science behind these two crucial vitamins reveal why they can be tricky on a plant-based diet, and most importantly give you a simple reliable plan to ensure you stay energized, healthy and thriving for life. Let us now know the role of vitamin B12 and vitamin D in our body and the source to us from where we get vitamin B12 and vitamin D. Vitamin B12, non-negotiable vitamin, is very important for our nervous system, red blood cell formation and overall energy. The challenge is vitamin B12 is naturally found only in animal based foods like dairy products, eggs, fish and meat. Pure vegetarian diets, especially vegan diets, usually do not provide enough vitamin B12. Vegetarian food is often low in vitamin B12 unless you include dairy or fortified foods. Vegetarians can rely on milk, curd, cheese, and fortified cereals. vegans may need B12 supplements. So now you have come to know it is a concern for vegetarian diets. Here is the key fact. B12 is not naturally produced by plants. It is produced by bacteria that live in soil and in the digestive tract of animals. Since it is stored in animal tissues, meat, eggs, and dairy products, they are primary sources for omnivores. So, this is the concern for the vegans. Since you exclude all dairy and eggs, your diet does not naturally provide B12. You must rely on external source. Vegetarians, that is those who consume dairy products, while dairy and eggs contain B12 vitamin, simply including them might not be enough. The vegetarian diet includes dairy and if eggs, then they have enough B12. Studies show that many vegetarians still have low B12 status if they are not careful. Here are the sources of vitamin B12. Fortification and supplementation. What is fortification? The fortified foods are processed with additional nutrients to enhance health benefits. Example, the milk which is processed with vitamin D and also the salt, table salt which we use every day, that is iodized. They all are fortified foods. Fortified foods include nutritional yeast with B12 clearly listed. Fortified plant milks such as soya milk, almond or oat. Fortified breakfast with cereals. That also adds up B12 to our body. Supplementation is the most reliable method, particularly for vegans. Talk to a healthcare professional, but generally recommendations are to take either a small dose daily or a larger dose weekly. Now, let us talk about vitamin D or calciferol, which is a fat soluble vitamin. This vitamin is also called as sunshine vitamin. Unlike B12, vitamin D deficiency is a global issue. That's because our primary source is not food, it is the sun. So, we get vitamin D from sun. That's why it is called sunshine vitamin. Vitamin D is not about veg or non-veg food because very few foods contain vitamin D naturally. So what we have to do, how we have to get vitamin D? The best source is sunlight. Our skin makes vitamin D when exposed to sunlight. Vitamin D is present in fish, egg yolk, fortified milk and mushrooms. Vitamin D deficiency is common because we don't get enough sun exposure. So, as parents, we must allow our children to play in the sunlight so that they will get enough vitamin D. The functions of vitamin D in the human body are extensive and very critical for overall health. What are they? Vitamin D modulates the immune system, helping to control infections and reduce inflammation. Laboratory studies suggest vitamin D can influence cell growth and reduce the growth of cancerous cells. Involved in regulating blood pressure and may play a role in cardiovascular health. Why still it is a concern? Vitamin D helps us absorb calcium, which is crucial for bone health, immune function, and mood regulation. Those people who are near the poles of the earth get less exposure to sunlight as there exists short days and long nights. Also, people who work from home hardly expose their body to sunlight because they are confined to their homes working from home. Children must play in the sunlight at least for half an hour every day to get enough sunlight exposure. So, the sources of vitamin B12 and vitamin D for those following vegetarian food, few actionable plans are as follows. First one, the B12 golden rule is that which makes commitment to get B12 every day. That means a bowl of fortified cereal with fortified plant milk or a couple of teaspoons of nutritional yeast or simply taking a small B12 supplement. So don't skip it. Next action is optimize your vitamin D intake. Seasonal check we should do so that we will come to know the amount of vitamin in our blood. So get a blood test done once at least in a year to check your levels. This is a smart check for everyone regardless of their diet. Don't forget to include in your diet dairy products and also eggs. If you include dairy products and eggs into your diet, make sure they are consistent part of your routine. That means every day you should be able to consume. These are natural sources of both vitamin B12 and vitamin D. The next action plan is check the labels on the fortified food products. Turn the package around and look specifically for vitamin B12 and vitamin D in the nutrition facts panel. So we should check after purchasing the supplement for vitamin D or vitamin B12 whether it is listed on the pack. The last action, consult a dietitian. If you are concerned about any nutrient, the best thing you talk to a dietitian. They can give you a personalized advice based on your blood work. For all the parents and children, to conclude and sum it up, all the parents must ensure their children have balanced diet. Avoid gluing to the screens of TV, mobiles or laptops while taking food. That will distract you and you will not be able to relish the dish. So you should chew, relish and swallow the food and your attention should be on the dish. Extra care should be taken to include all vitamins, particularly vitamin B12 and vitamin D. Vitamin B12 for vegetarians need to be careful because plant foods don't naturally provide enough vitamin B12. So you must include dairy products or take supplements if needed. In case of vitamin D, not a veg or non-veg issue. Most of the people are deficient in vitamin D. Young or adults spend at least 15 to 20 minutes in sunlight daily and if required, take supplements as per your doctor's advice. Being vegetarian is healthy, but like any other diet, it requires awareness and balance. The functions of vitamin B12 is cyanocobalamin and vitamin D calciferol in human body are extensive and very critical for overall health. The beautiful thing about a plant-based diet is all the incredible benefits it brings, from lower disease risk to improved energy. We can thrive on vegetarian or vegan diet, but thriving requires a smart planning. So, the answer to our starting question is this: no. A vegetarian or vegan diet is not inherently deficient, but it requires mindful attention to vitamin B12 and D. Let me know in the comments below what is your favorite B12 fortified food. If you have learned something new, hit the like button, subscribe for more informative videos, and I will see you in the next video. So be happy, be healthy, and live long. Thank you. Bye.